My
Mr.
article,
Beckham.
Mr. Beckham. Yeah, speaking of growth, this has been going on for a while. This is for those of you out there driving to Miami International Airport. There is this golf course that you drive by. Looks nice right now. I drove by there on Monday. That is a Mel Reef golf course. David Beckham proposed Major League Soccer stadium surrounding mixed-use development just cleared another hurdle. The Miami Urban Development Review on Wednesday approved the design for a 25,000-seat stadium and nearly 5,000 car parking garage, as well as a master plan for a broader project, which includes hotel, office, and public park. The voted preliminary as another city board, and then the city commission will need to sign off on it. Now, this is pretty cool because with
That's very cool, and it's going to be it's going to transform that area. But I never knew what was underneath that land.
Yeah. What for those of you out there, that used to be a landfill. And we'll get into that in a second. The decision is another milestone for the Miami Freedom Park project, a permanent home for Inter Miami Soccer Club. That basically what they did, they signed a 99-year lease on the city-owned Mel Reef Golf Course Country Club. Now, the Urban Development Board to greenlight the project. The design designated allowed for some wiggle room on the building regulation in exchange for public benefit. Now, this is where it gets dicey when we're talking about the ground rent. Let me see. The development is limited to 160 feet, which they have to agree to that because of the airport. You're right by the airport.
Yeah,
you
the
have
aviation, zoning, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Now, the design, they're going to do a parking car garage structure.
It's a big multi-use fucking.
And guess what? The developer is also on the hook for the remediation of the former garbage incinerator site at their own cost.
AKA trash?
Trash. Landfill. Makes sense why there's a golf
never knew
course
that.
there.
This could be a first. You might be exposing information that nobody knows right now.
Pretty sure it's been out there for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense. You go from trash to golf course. People driving.
I never knew that. I mean, are you exposing dirty laundry right now?
Now, it's funny because the city now, part of the contention leading up to the commission vote on the lease was over the developer's lease, which opponents have argued is below market rate at a time when land values have skyrocketed. Yes, but I always say this, I'm looking at this going, well, you're not going to get top of the line market rate lease on a landfill.
Why?
Former landfill. The environmental remediation, you got to spend money to clean it up. You can't just come in there and start developing on it. So are you going to pay top dollars?
So it's okay. Say it again.
The land.
But what was that last sentence that you read though? That they said that the lease is coming in underneath market value.
It says here, part of the. I'm gonna repeat it. Part of the contention leading up to the commission's vote on the lease was over the developer's lease, which opponents have argued is below market rate at a time when land values have skyrocketed. Well,
so the commission's saying, hey, we should be charging more.
Right, and the developer's saying, well, geez, I got to remediate this.
The developer did the
below market. They're saying they're paying below market. Developer,
but they did the phase 1 or phase 2.
Well, whatever they did, but the developer.
Well, that's where they're getting their numbers.
And the developer's saying, I got to pay for this remediation.
And the commission has no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah. So you're telling me that I got to pay market rate for a property that I got to invest money to clean up before? Oh, by the way, before I could even lay a rebar in the ground, like I have to clean this up. So it's kind of interesting to see that the city in one end trying to squeeze every penny they can to try to get the max dollars on their ground lease, right? They're arguing that a developer who's willing to remediate the site.
How big is the site?
I probably missed it. Let me see here. Pretty big. I mean, it's a golf course. I mean, golf courses generally.
No, I'm just wondering because the next article I'm going to talk about a polo ground. It's 161 acre in Wellington.
It's funny. In this particular article, I did not see the size. It focuses more on the approval because they're going to develop. I mean, this is huge.
Speaking in the microphone.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Maybe I missed it.
All right.
All right, go for it.
No, but I mean that's cool. I mean, yeah, I never knew that's a piece of property. If you've ever been in Miami and you've gone to the airport, you've definitely getting off on Lejeune to go to the airport, or if you know most people that is the corridor, right? You see the golf course to the right of you, and to have Beckham there, have this soccer field being built there with the whole multi-use, offices and retail and hotel, it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But it's kind of like a scary movie, right? You know what I mean?
It's 135 acres.
Whoa, okay. This
That's the side of the golf
Wellington
course.
is 161, and then it's 135 acres.
Yeah.
Big site. And you're like, yeah, this used to be
A landfill.
Is there any radiation? Is there any gases? What's going on?
Yeah,
You know?
and here's the city.
You're gonna have all the people going, go!
Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you got somebody willing to come in now and reposition this site.
It's not somebody. This is a huge figure in our culture.
Coming in with mass and mass.
A legend.
Yeah.
In the soccer, in the football, industry, coming in with investors wanting to give Miami a team, right?
Yeah, no, they have. What I find funny about all this, which we have yet,
We're putting them on a.
Yeah, I have yet to see anybody talk about once this is all said and done. Have you ever tried to go in and out of that location?
Of what? Well,
going into the airport and coming out.
Stop.
There you go.
Okay.